All right, what's up everybody? So I'm gonna make a quick video because we got the bag bracket contest coming up soon. And I'm getting a lot of questions about to do a Viper R variant video comparison in coming days with the AR Ripper, the Power Dragon, the Alien Quantum, the Swag Bags Chaos, a bunch of Viper R variants. So I want to get ahead of that a little bit and say, all right, so what's the deal with all the carpets? What's been painfully obvious to me as I've reviewed more and more bags is I've noticed that there are far more carpet options for materials that are used than non-carpets. A lot of the non-carpet materials are just the same fabric used with reverse sides. With carpets, you have a totally different lineup and there's a lot of options out there. So I'm gonna go over today some of my favorites. I obviously like to rank things, so I'll rank these as well. This is my opinion. What's good for you might be not so good for me. What's good for me might not be so good for you. We all have different throwing styles and different preferences. All right, so the three things that I like to consider when looking at materials are the speeds of the materials, because that's where a lot of the difference lies. And one material may be fast, one may be slower, one may handle conditions better. So the speeds are one thing to take into account. Number two is the durability. How well will this material hold up? Will it stretch? Will it start to pull? Will it start to fall apart? I've seen that with some carpet materials in the past. And then the last thing is the most important thing in picking a bag, and that is the feel. How does it feel in your hands? Some people like thicker material. Some people like softer. Some people like something that's a little more coarse and rough. It really just depends. So the feel, the hand feel is very important as well. So I'll try to cover that with the bags today. All right. I'm going to start out with sort of an honorable mention here. I love these, but because you can't get them anymore, and I haven't tried what they're now made with, is the Lucky Clover. This material is very unique. It started out playing about an 8 when I first got it. It was ridiculously fast, and it took forever to break in. But once it really settled in, broke in, got a little softer, it slowed down. It's playing about probably a 6 now, and sometimes it'll play a 7. It's still a faster material. Now when they make the bags, it's the reverse side of this, which I heard is slower and a little rougher. Haven't tried it, so I can't talk about it. If they still made it this way and you had the patience to wait on this bag to break in, this bag will be a lot higher, because I really do like these Lucky Clovers a lot. But because you can't buy that version of the carpet anymore, that's why I put it at 13. Number 12 is a bag that I've loved for such a long time, NOLA Mudbug. You can only find this material, to my knowledge, on the back of the NOLA Mudbug. This material is very slow in normal conditions, probably about a 3 to 4. When you first get it, you're going to think I'm crazy because it's really fast in the beginning. Once it breaks down a little bit, it gets slow. However, this is probably the best, one of the best carpet bags. It feels like sort of like a woven plastic. It's very kind of thick, but it moves so well. If it's like drizzling outside, this bag is going to get up the board no problem. 7, 8 speed, but it's like a 3 in normal dry conditions, but then when it's damp out, this bag will really move. And for that reason, I love these bags. It's really hole friendly. You can throw blockers with these. You can roll this bag no problem. This is a great full, smaller sort of bag that I just love. This carpet material that is only found on the Mudbug. Very well priced too. If you haven't thrown them yet, you're really missing out. You need to try it because it definitely has a unique time and place to throw those. Number 11, I'm going to stay with NOLA and go with the Snapper. This is starting to grow on me a lot more. I've only seen this on the Snapper. Again, NOLA's very unique in using these materials, and it's really worked out in a lot of cases. This bag, very thick material, this carpet is, but it plays great. I'd say between a 5 and a 6, almost always. In humidity, it's naturally going to get a touch faster, maybe 6, 6.5. But very durable. It's really thick. Can't say that about the fast side, but we're going to focus on the carpet side right now. Really easy to roll bag. Moves up the board well as well. I like this material. Excited to see if Billy uses it with anything else in the future. But this is a great, really durable, well-moving fabric. Good job with the carpet there, Billy, and NOLA bags. All right, so then I'm going to go to the traditional. Let's talk about the Viking carpet. You see this with tons of bags out there. Sub-Zero Avalanche, Conflict X by Buffalo, Kill Shots, Cannon, I believe. I mean, tons of bags. Boardwalker by Cornhole Coastal. A lot of bags use this carpet. Very soft. Plays about a 4 in normal conditions. Speeds up to about a 6 when it's damp out. This is the traditional carpet. This set the way for carpet bags. It feels great in the hand. Holds up really well. The carpet side doesn't really pick or fall apart. I like it. Easy to roll, easy to flop. BG uses this on the Merc as well, Mercenary. Just good material, good carpet. A little slower than what I usually like, but you guys who like to throw harder bags, really like to roll bags, throw flop shots. Viking was maybe the most popular bag on the planet for a long time, and for good reason. So traditional carpet. If you hear traditional carpet, you're gonna think of the Viking carpet. All right, the variant to that is what you see here on the OG2, on the Buffalo Frenzy, Ninja Spy, Contraband Combat. I don't really know why it's the variant of this. I always hear variant carpet a lot in comparison to something else, and it's usually nothing like the original. This is, I think, actually maybe a little slower. I'd say a 3.5 under normal conditions, but I also think this is, for me, the easiest material to roll. It really grabs. It's thicker than the Viking traditional carpet. It's slow. It moves up the board very well too. It can turn to about a 5.5, 6 in humid conditions or damp conditions as well. So you can move up the board with it. Super easy to throw blockers, super easy to roll with, very durable material, thicker material, but I really like that a lot on the what you see there on the OG2. All right, some of you guys are gonna hate me for this next one. You're gonna say this should be rated a lot higher, but hear me out before you judge me. I'm gonna go with the Wizard Herringbone carpet. Now, let me first off explain two things here. Number one, just because you hear herringbone does not mean that's the same type of carpet as what you see on the Wizard. Herringbone is a pattern. It's a weave. It's much like what you see here and here. It doesn't mean that it's the same material. It just means it's the same weave pattern. It's a herringbone weave pattern. The material that you see that's on the Wizard, it plays great. It's like a little bit, I'd say probably usually a 5, and it will speed up to maybe about a 6 in humid conditions. Plays great, feels great in your hand. It's easy to throw any kind of roll shot, flop shot. It's hole friendly. The only problem I have with this material, and this is a super popular material. You see it on it's on the Sorcerer as well by BG. It's on the Ninja Street. It's on, good gracious, the Fallout X. It's on, man, there's so many bags. I'm brain fart right now, forgive me. But a lot of bags use this material. The Senate's by Black Sheep. It's very popular, plays a good speed, feels good in your hand. But my only issue I have with it is it's not very durable. You'll see a lot of people, especially once you spin bags on their fingers, it'll start to separate in the middle. You have to be very careful if you're someone who conditions bags not to use too much like softener or anything very acidic, maybe like the vinegar on these, because it'll start to loosen the fabric and it'll start to separate and tear. I see a lot of people who have, like maybe even with Sorcerers and stuff, it'll start to split and you'll see it on the seams. These bags will wear out more. Any bag that uses this material, very popular. It's very easily playable, but it will split. So durability is the only reason why I rank that where I rank it at the 8th spot. I've got the moccasins in that same category, but you can see even here that it's a little bit thicker weave than what's on the Wizard, but very similar, very same speeds, playability, same hand feel. The moccasins and the Wizards, you'll not notice a big difference. I will say a little preview before I do the Wizard Ale review. I do like the Wizard Ales better than the Wizard. Won't talk about that here, but a good bag. I did also want to mention that one thing is you'll see like different colors on the carpets. You're going to get different opinions, but almost every bag reviewer or someone who's thrown a lot of bags will tell you different color carpets will play different speeds. Almost always a darker color like a red, a dark blue will play slower than a white. White moves a lot faster. I can't explain exactly why that is, but I'm telling you, you will see a difference. If you throw enough bags, especially I've thrown bags that are the exact same bag with different colors. I'm like, I don't see if there's any truth to this. And I do find that white and light color bags do play a little bit quicker than darker colored carpets. So just gonna throw that out there. All right, let's move into number 7. I've got the NOLA Rex. This is very similar kind of to what you see on the Slasher by Siva Cornhole, but it's a little bit more durable, a little bit faster too, but it's a little thicker. The material, the weave pattern is the same. It is a herringbone weave, but it's a thicker material. It's a faster material. It's more durable. So for that reason, it feels a lot like what you get with a Wizard, but it's just thicker and plays a little faster. And because of that added durability, I gave it a little bit of edge of what you see on the Wizard. All right, we're going to get into the top 6. This one, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a super huge fan of this material, but I'll explain why. Because it plays so consistently in a good range. Well, normally about a 5, 5.5, maybe 6. What you see on the Costello X is what you see on, I think, the Buffalo Sauce, the Sub-Zero Winter Tide. This was the variant for the Viper R material. But again, it maybe in normal conditions plays that 5.5, maybe 6 speed range. And for that, I like it. It doesn't seem to rip or pick apart terribly bad. So I like it for that. It does feel good in my hand. But the reason why I don't really like it so much, and I don't like it as much as I like the Viper R, which we'll get to in a second, is this material almost always stretches. The bags get, more stretched out very quickly is what I've seen. Now, you'll see it with the Viper R and stuff too, but it seems like almost every set of bags that I have that has this material on the back side has gotten really floppy and soupy for me rather quickly. Then I still play great. I love these bags. These Costello X's are awesome. And I've seen some people who have some Costello X's that are fuller and thicker, but mine thinned out pretty quick. Still ridiculously hole friendly, feel great in my hand, but it restricts me to, it's not as easy to roll a bag if it's bigger, stretched out, and floppier. I want something thicker, a little more full, so I can roll it and hole race if I want to. All right, let's get into the top 5 here. Number 5, I call this the Guardian carpet because Brotherhood is the first one I know that used it. It's really soft, kind of reminds me of maybe a carpet you might see on the floor. Not really, it's not like shag or anything like that, but it's really soft, kind of fuzzy, but it plays great. I love this. This is a 5.5, 6 speed. It holds pretty consistent in that range regardless of conditions. Very hole friendly material, super comfortable. I like it a lot. You see it on the Buffalo Shadow. You see it on the Killshots Wolverine, which is a super popular bag right now. You see it on the Alpha Z by Alpha Bags or Howler Z by Alpha Bags. But I'm going to put a challenge out there. This is paired up with the Rave Surefire fast side, and it's the slower side of the Rave material. I really want to see this paired up with the reverse of the Rave, the Viper Pro Sniper fast side. No one has done that yet. I don't know if there's some AACL prohibition or whatever, but that bag would be a banger for sure. Someone make this carpet, Guardian carpet, with the fast side of the Rave material. Just flip it. You'll have an awesome bag. Still a good bag, but I would rather see it with the other side. Number 5. All right, number 4, Razor Podium. Razor is much like NOLA, makes unique materials. Some people will hate this bag because this just feels weird. It is a different carpet. It's super fuzzy. You can tell and see here. It's almost like a sweater. It's kind of weird. Very floppy, very sort of soupy bag. Normally I don't like this, but this bag, I guarantee I'll put money on it over any bag I've ever thrown. Buffalo Splash, anything, Mudbug, whatever. Those are great bags for damp, moisture, humidity, but nothing moves like this. This bag, when it gets like damp, sticky out, this thing is going to turn into an 8 on the carpet side and a 7 on the fast. This bag will move up the board regardless, and it is crazy hole friendly. It does feel really different. It is massive. This is bigger than a Game Changer in full. It is a big floppy bag. It feels weird to throw, but it will move up the board. It will go in the hole. So when it is damp and everything else is not moving and sticky, you have to have these bags. Gives me an advantage that most players don't have because this will always move. And for that reason alone, I keep it in my arsenal and think that anyone should have it. But it will feel weird, and a lot of players won't like it because of that massive full template size. All right, number 3. This is probably the most underrated bag in the world for me, and it is also a Razor bag. It is the Knuckle. I have no idea why people don't talk about this bag more. Again, Razor, the one thing that's true to them is they have these massive, full, big templates that are a full 6x6. They're huge. I took a picture comparing this bag for someone earlier today who asked me if I could show them the comparison between this and the 710 Corruption, 2 bags I'm very, very fond of. And they were like, wow, it's a very noticeable difference how much bigger this bag is than the Corruption, and it is. But this bag, crazy hole friendly, this carpet, it's really not much like anything else out here. It's kind of like the Viking in terms of softness. It's a soft carpet, traditional feel, but it moves much faster. It plays about a 6, and it always plays a 6. This is great. It is crazy hole friendly. I can roll it. I can do anything with it. I mean, it just plays a true 6 no matter what. I love this bag. I have no idea why this hasn't caught on more. The only reason I think people might not like it is because it is, again, a huge template and it is a fuller bag. But otherwise, this bag moves. Razor, again, the only one I know that uses this material. Fantastic material. I love it. You need to get on board with it if you haven't tried it. If you get a chance to throw it, throw it. I think you'll be surprised. Everyone who I've let thrown the knuckles is like, man, that's an awesome bag. But no one's heard about it. So get on board. All right, number 2. This bag's getting tremendously popular now, and I'm glad to see it because I've been singing this song for a long time. But the Ninja Poison, especially the older versions that have the smaller template are getting a little harder to come by because they went to a bigger template, but really it's sort of a holy grail now if you can get a set of these. But this carpet is great. It's soft. This is the best hand-feeling bag to this day in my hand. I love the way it feels. It's so comfortable. Moves up the board. Usually plays between a 5 and a 6 no matter what. Hole-friendly. You get their blockers. You can roll with it. It's just a great bag. It feels really good. This is maybe my personal favorite hand-feeling carpet, but great bag, super popular. I am starting to see it, I think, on other companies' offerings. I think Majestic just came out with a bag that uses this. I'm not entirely sure, but I saw one the other day, and I'm like, crap, I think that's the Ninja Poison carpet. Titan, the Talon 2.0, uses something that's very similar, but slower, but very similar. Not quite as soft as what you see right here on the Ninja Poison. All right, number 1, and for good reason. Yes, it's the Viper R carpet, but it's not really a carpet. It's sort of a carpet with a polyester mix. But what's so awesome about this and why it's being copied so much is this bag will always be a 5.5 or 6. So regardless of the conditions, if it's dry, if it's damp, if it's humid, whatever it is, this bag is going to stay true to its 6-ish speed. And it's really hole friendly. It's very durable. It does stretch out some over time, but not near as quickly as that hybrid version of it. It's just a great material, and I like it a lot. It feels good in the hand. It's hole friendly. You can do whatever you want with this bag. That's why so many different companies are starting to make this exact version. AAR Ripper, Alien, Quantum, Power Dragon, Dragon Bags, the Clone by, I believe, Underworld. There's a lot of Swag Bags Chaos. There's a lot are using this exact mock-up. Now, what I will challenge some company with, like I did with the Guardian, for someone to use the reverse rave to give that Viper fast side with that Guardian carpet, I want to see someone use the Viper R carpet with the reverse of the rave with the Surefire fast. I haven't seen that yet, and I'm really looking forward to that, and I want to see that. So somebody do it. I did include in here just real quick the 710 Corruption, which is not entirely same fast side, but the carpet on that, this is one of my favorite bags in the world right now. Love this bag. But the carpet feels very similar, very soft. It is a different type of carpet, but plays about the same speed. You can see a smaller template, a little fuller. I really love these Corruptions. Fit my game very well. But the carpet plays about the same, 5.5, 6 speed, almost always. Kind of a softer material, but love the Corruptions because it's so similar. I'll put it in there with it. And a very underrated bag that I'll be reviewing soon is the Black Flag cutter. This is kind of the carpet that you see on the local Terminator as well, but it's also soft, a lot like the Viper R and the Corruption carpet. Plays about a 5.5, 6 speed, also very hole friendly. So I would say these are more of a variant carpet to what you see up here with the Costello X and the Winter Tides or whatnot, but the Buffalo Sauce. But I like these all. I'll say it's a tie for number 1 because they play so similar to it. But I really like this carpet because it so consistently plays the same speed. It's durable, and it feels good in your hand. All right, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Shoot me a message on Facebook or in the group. I'll be glad to answer them. Be on the lookout in the next couple of weeks for my Viper R variant, where I will take all the Viper R variants that I can get my hands on in the next couple of weeks that are using the exact same material combos, and break down what the difference are in terms of weight, fullness, template size, etc. Explain what the differences are, and again, let you know which ones I like the best. Appreciate you guys for watching. Have a good Valentine's Day and good throwing.